feel desperately sorry for her, but I can't just dismiss the charges against her.
No, I suppose not.
I shall be as lenient as possible. Why don't we wait and see what her condition is when she comes out of sedation?
Yes, but I think she's going to need help to get over this.
You mean psychiatric help?
Yes. I think Dr. Wiseman should see her.
Well, I've arranged for him to visit her as soon as possible. Let's hope it's as simple as that. Come on, Bruce, right.
Hey, Angie. I'll swap you my fruit for your biggies. Well, what are you doing? Oh, nothing. I break out the spots if I eat fresh fruit. Bull, you're laying in supplies, aren't you? Look, I'm going to need all the food I can get my hands on when I get out of here, and fruit doesn't last. Oh, you got a plan, Suze. Geez, I could help you if you like. It's nothing definite, but I'll get out of here, you'll see. You could do something if you want to help me, but... Yeah? Well, what? Well, I've been rostered for the workshop for summer. Do you reckon you could get me more of those material scraps? Oh, of course I can. Are you really going to give them to that bloke you know on the outside? Something like that. Well, don't worry. I'll get you as much as you like.
All right. Anybody who's missed out, that's too bad. Come on.
Righto, I'll take half of that.
Well, what for?
Let's just say protection.
Protection from what?
From getting your head punched if you don't hand it over. Now, give. That goes for the lot of you. If you know what's good for you, you'll cough up half every week.
I don't know what game you're playing at, Murray, but you give that stuff back right now.
Make me.
Don't you think I couldn't?
Ah, you and whose army? There you are, girls. I told you there'd be perps.
That's good.
Righto, Bryant. You want to take on the lot of us, you're welcome to try.
Please, God! Open the door! Come on! Open the door! Oh, please, God. Please. It's my children. They need me. I've got to get to them. It's my kids. They need me. You don't seem to know. Oh, come on! Open the door! Let me out of here! Oh, please, let me out of here! Don't let him do this to me.
Come on, ladies. No chatter. You're here to work, not talk.
Oh, but Mr. Marnie's not here yet, Mrs. Powell.
Well, there must be something to do while you're waiting.
Suppose we could sort out the typeface.
Fine. Don't talk about it. Do it.
Need a hand?
Suit yourself.
Margot, how can you side in with Mari? You're not scared of her, are you?
I'm not scared of no one, kid. And I'm not on anybody's side except my own.
I don't know how anyone could back up Winter. She's just a big bully.
Well, someone's got to be the boss, and she's got what it takes. Look, I like to be on the winning team, see? So I help her, she helps me. You'll learn after you've been here for a while.
Yeah, well, I hope I'm not around that long.
Okay, I'll take care of Kent. You stay here, supervise this lot. For God's sakes, keep them busy. We don't want any more trouble.
Come on, Ken. Try and get up.
I'm gonna get out.
No, you don't.
Here we go again.
Where's the sister?
Let's get on the bed.
Oh, please, I gotta see my kids.
Of course you do. You just have a little rest and you'll feel much better.
Oh, no.
is ridiculous. We can't keep doping her every time she wakes up.
Well, do you have any better ideas? Or perhaps you'd rather she ranted and raved all over the place until she hurts herself? Or anybody else who gets in her way, us included?
Hey, Brian, you don't want to change your mind, do you? I can always use an extra heavy round here, and you're about as heavy as they come. Ah, what's the matter, fat stuff? Cat got your tongue.
Oh, don't, Jude. She's only doing it to get you going.
Hey, Brian, if you want to talk to the governor, why don't you go and tell her the nasty lady's making fun of you?
You're wasting your breath, Winter, so stick it. I wouldn't lower myself.
Lower yourself? Ha! You're right at the bottom, Yank. That's as low as you can get. What do you reckon, girls? Do we need the kind of dingbat who lets herself get fooled by a stupid little hooker and winds up back where she started from? Saved by the bell. You'll keep her. Any time, Brian, any time.
All right, ladies, time to shut up shop.
Suits me.
Trap, we finished for the day.
Oh, rightio, Mrs. Morris. Won't be a tick.
What on earth have you got there?
Where?
There.
Ah, there. Oh, just some scraps of material from the bin, Mrs. Morris.
So I see. The question is, what are you going to do with them?
Oh, well, I figured out no one wanted them and they'd just be thrown away. So I thought I'd make something. A patchwork quilt for me bed. Oh.
Well, I suppose it's all right. All the same, I think you should ask permission first. Remember that next time.
You mean I can keep it?
Don't see why not.
Oh, thanks, Mrs. Morris. You're a real brick. Hey, Suze! Oh, look what I've got. Honestly, Mash, you shouldn't creep up on people like that. Oh, sorry. But I bought you a whole heap of scraps. Oh, look. That's fantastic. Thanks, Mass. Mrs. Morris caught me, but I told her I was going to make a patchwork quilt and she bought it. I can't even sew a button on. Oh, what are you doing? Nothing. Oh, yes, you are. Oh, come on, I won't tell anyone. Do you promise? Of course I do. Well, what do you think I am? It's a rope. A rope? Well, what do you want a rope for? Well, to get out of here, of course. How are you going to do that? Off the roof. I'm going to attach it to something up there and climb down the front of the building. But that's dangerous. Oh, it's real high up there. How high do you reckon? 100 foot. Easy. And I'm going to need all the scraps I can get. I just thought of something. What? Well, even if the rope does get you down, how are you going to get up there to start with? I haven't figured that out yet.
I must say your report on Kent is very comprehensive.
Thank you, Mrs. Davidson.
However, I'm not convinced it is the whole story. That's why I've asked you both here to discuss it.
I'm sure you'll find all the facts are there.
Oh, yes, I'm quite sure. But facts quite often are only part of the story in these matters. Now, it does appear that Kent is emotionally disturbed. Would you agree, sister?
Well, it certainly looks that way. Her behaviour is quite irrational when the sedation wears off.
Yes, it's quite a problem. The department has agreed to my request to have Dr. Weissman examine her, but unfortunately he's interstate on sabbatical and they can't guarantee when he'll be available.
So what do we do in the meantime?
Well, we can keep her under sedation, but that's not advisable. Personally, I think she'd be better off back in her own cell where things are familiar to her. It seems to be the surroundings in solitary that are distressing her.
Sorry, I disagree.
Oh, why?
She's obviously violent. I don't think we should give her the chance to make further attacks on us or the other prisoners.
The chances of further violent attacks are fairly remote, and Sister Franklin does have a point about keeping her in solitary.
Mrs. Davidson, she attacked an officer.
I haven't forgotten that. But I do think we should spare her further punishment until the VJ has heard her case.
I agree. The poor woman suffered enough.
We'll move her to her cell in the morning, and I shall leave the medication to your discretion, sister.
And how exactly do we stop her flying at the other women as she has done with us?
By keeping her away from them, Mrs. Powell. Prevention has always been better than the cure.